Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Flavor House Networks, the Love Rhythm Recipe. And I am Casey. And tonight, for all you foodies, you're going to love this because I've come up with the most delicious recipe for my honey and for you, and it is spicy sausage rigatoni. But not just regular rigatoni, we're doing the mezzi rigatoni. And I'm getting tongue-tied, and I'm going to tell you what that is, and you'll see. It's the bomb, for real. Also, we're going to be talking about what makes love last. And the reason why we're doing this, me and the Grillmaster's anniversary, 40-ish, I'm okay, 45, 40. Okay, it's tomorrow. So we're going to be celebrating this whole weekend, our anniversary, as well as Memorial Day. So y'all guys probably want to come on over to Weekend East because there's going to be a party over there. But for now, we're going to be talking about what makes love last. Forever? For real? I don't know. But anyway, let me show you this beautiful mocktail that's going to go with this meal. You don't want to miss this. And of course, we have our secret side. And if you stick around, hey, you get to find out what it is. And if you don't, you just have to watch the replay. Anywho, let's see. Whoa. Y'all got it. Listen, y'all need to see this. Okay. Have you ever? Let me taste it. Wow. That is so good. And the fragrance coming off of that is like, I don't know, like a perfume or something. I don't know. What is this, mixologist?
This is our watermelon peach cooler. It is a combination of watermelon juice. We have peach nectar, freshly squeezed lime, and sparkling water.
Wow. This is watermelon juice. And I'm going to tell you, I am not a watermelon eater. I'll tell you that story tomorrow. That's a cooking story. But anyway, y'all want this. Y'all want this right here. So everybody says that they want love forever. Okay, they want forever, ever. However, is there such a thing? Can that happen? Hey, some of us have it. Some of us have experienced it. Some of it has started and stopped. But I'm going to kind of give you a little recipe, a little love rhythm recipe tonight. How about that? Anywho, the first thing I'm going to do is show you the ingredients here. And for you people who don't do the pig, this is a pound of sweet Italian sausage. This is a pound of the spicy Italian. And we have some beef sausage here, just regular sausage here. Now, for those of you who don't do pig, you can substitute this. Now, I showed you guys on one of my other lives how to make a beef sausage, which is really easy. You can make it out of hamburger. But if you don't want to use the pork, you can use your beef sausage here and just use some hamburger. That's all. And season it up with a little bit of sage and pepper and stuff like that in whatever seasons you want. And you're going to get the same effect. I'm just using this particular ground sausage because it just really tastes good. But you don't have to do that. You can substitute. Remember, you can substitute. And they may even, and I have to look it up, see if they have some maybe like turkey Italian sausage like this. I know they do have it in the rope. And you probably could squeeze out the inside if you want to crumble it up. But anyway, so this is about 2.5 pounds with this beef sausage. I'm not going to go through all these different ingredients. We're going to put them in as we go along. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this meat brown because they're going to be the first thing that we need to do. And then we have some veggies over here. Promise you, this is easy peasy. If beautiful assistant will do me a favor and get our pasta on, which I want to show you the pasta. And it's really cute. Now, I know you guys probably know about rigatoni, but you may not know that there's a difference between rigatoni, and let me see if I can get this open without making a mess. And of course, this says I have to have scissors.
Okay, I can help you.
But I may not, because look, let's see. I'll just rip it good. Now, I see 9 beautiful faces over there. Can I get 9 likes? I know sometimes y'all get all wrapped up in the game and you forget to like. Not a problem. Like it, because that tells YouTube that you want me here. Yes, for sure. And I know you do because I want to be here with you. So I'm just gonna rip this open because we put these in little containers anyway. And I want you to see this. Now, with the regular rigatoni, it's probably gonna be about double the size. This is really short and cute. And so I thought it was so cute that I wanted to use this. So I'm going to be using this rigatoni, and it wasn't expensive. This was like $1.79 or $1.29, one or the other. And it's a mouthful, that's for sure. So beautiful assistant is going to cook this up and set it to the side. We want to have it a little al dente. Rinse it off really good. Spray this. We're going to spray some cooking spray in that water. Now, some people put oil in their water. I don't like for my pasta to be oily. So I will put cooking spray in my water, and it keeps it from sticking.
How much is the bag?
You know, we're going to do maybe half a bag.
Okay.
Let's see. Because that is, what, a pound?
Yeah, one time.
That's a pound.
Mm-hmm.
And a little over half. A little over half. Anywho, so while she's doing that, I'm going to get over here and I'm going to start browning up this meat. Really easy, really simple. And I'm going to say hello to my fam inside this chat. Hello, my sister Teresa, my sister Pam. And there you go, Mr. Corey Campbell in here. Everybody saying hello. We're going to get over here and I'm going to start to do this meat. Any case, so like I was saying, everybody wants that forever love, that 365 day a year, like Anita says, that same old love. Now, just because you say same old love don't mean it got to be boring. Trust and believe. When I tell you 45 years have gone by so quickly, till I sat here and thought about it today, and I'm like, my goodness. I'm like after it, okay, although we've come to the, we ain't that far, we close enough. But I'm saying, but it just does not feel that way to me. This journey that we have taken together for so long, you know, and like I said, it ain't been no crystal stair for sure. But it just does not seem like it has been that long. It really doesn't, you know, and I don't know. I would do it again. Yes, I would. Anyway, even though all he does is sleep, he's sleep now. Maybe that's why it was easy. How about that? Anyway, let me get over here. Let me just take this over here. And I'm going to get, if you don't have one of these thingies here, and these are called a what, guys?
A meat masher.
This is called a meat masher. It's a potato masher, too. It's every kind of masher. So let's turn this around over here. Okay. And I'm just going to move this out the way because I don't need this top because I'm going to be using my screen.
Okay.
And I'm going to spray my pan. Let me get that over here. And you guys see I'm not using my cast iron today. I'm using my big Bubba. Because Big Bubba needs to, I got all this meat over here, so I need Big Bubba. And so hopefully Big Bubba will do me right. Because sometimes Big Bubba has these they all have the hot spots. But Big Bubba is even worse because Big Bubba is really, really big for the eye of my stove. So that's another thing. Let me move that over. Get this here. Let me get the cooking spray. So I hope everybody had a good week. Because it's going to be a short one next week because of the holiday for a lot of us. And I'm looking forward to that. For sure. Okay, so let me just get that sprayed. And I'm going to put it on a 7. Because, you know, once it starts heating up, it's a done deal. Let me get this over here. Now, I'm not going to cook this. This is fast. We'll cook this along with this because this doesn't take that long. The circles. And like I said, it's optional. You don't have to put all these different kinds of sausages in there. Beautiful sister just wanted it, so you would think it was her anniversary, right? Mine.
Extra flavor.
Whatever. So, anyway, like I was saying. So, tonight I'm going to ask you this grown folks question, okay? I want to know if any of you have a philosophy on what you think makes love last. Whether you've had a long-term relationship, it's not there anymore. What worked? What didn't work? We want to know. You know, I want to know. Okay. Also, is lasting love a choice, not just a feeling? Now, what I mean by this is, when you first fall to somebody, it's all about emotion. But when you choose to stay in there, even when times get rough, okay, the feeling, it's not about a feeling anymore. I mean, feelings are still there. And see what I tell you, just that fast. So let me get over here, turn this down, move it over, because it's doing this thing already. Okay, let me just turn this thing on. Stop fronting. Y'all know I hate turning this thing on. Y'all know this, right? Okay, anyway, so first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put this first piece of the sausage in. I'm putting the whole thing in. And that's why I got this big giant one. So I'm going to take it up because the heat went down just that quick to an 8. And then I'm going to wash my hands and I'm going to get some gloves on. Just like that. And I'm spraying water everywhere. So like I was saying, I know that Grillmaster and I, we choose to continue this endeavor, And like I said, it ain't always pretty, it ain't always happy, it ain't always easy, but it is a conscious choice between the two of us. And I know that. Emotions are definitely involved, but it is a choice. It's not just pure emotion. Get over here. Okay, let me start smashing. Because if I don't start smashing, it's going to be one big giant square. Because this stuff right here, like I said, this is a little different than hamburger meat. It doesn't break up as easy. And I'm making a lot of it, I know. But it's really good, so I can freeze some of this if we don't eat it all. Plus, I know the children will infiltrate this because I got kids that like spicy food. What can I tell you? I like some things that are spicy. I don't like everything that's spicy. And Grillmaster always says, "Oh yeah, put some spice in it. Then you put spice in it. Ooh, it's way too much." So. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. It's a conscious choice. And so when you go into these relationships, again, everything I say, I've been saying this for almost 3 years now, be intentional. Some things you can just let kind of be and see what happens, but you have to have an end game. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have an end game, but you got a wish for something, so what is what? If you don't have an end game, whatever happens, happens, and you should be okay with it. You know what I'm saying? But if you have a trajectory or a motivation or a thought as to where you want to end up in a relationship, and then you don't do the proper execution, the proper planning, and it does take that. And I'm not saying sit down with pencil and paper, but some people will, but I'm saying it does take proper thought patterns and planning as you go along, and you are going to have to pivot, and you're going to have to tweak, and you're going to have to do all those things. Anytime that you stop doing those things is when you run into those bumps and hiccups, for real. And it's very easy to do because, honey, anything like that, it's a lot of work. Life in general is a lot of work. And so then you got to work at your relationship, work at your job, work at this, work at that. At some point, you just want to take a rest. And sometimes you take that rest at the wrong time. So you take the rest at the wrong time, and then you wonder why either this person's not where you are emotionally because you've taken a break and they're still going. And so that's where you run into these situations. And I'm not going to tell you that you're always going to be on the same page because you may or may not. But the thing is this. You don't have to agree upon everything, but what you have to do is agree to respect the other person's viewpoint. And that's a big thing. So what do you guys think about that?
I agree. That's like a crucial part of having a long-term longevity or any kind of, especially one where the partner, like feeling valued and feeling like, what your feelings are heard, even if they don't necessarily agree with everything that you feel, it still matters.
and I'm gonna tell you like this. You can pretend like you don't want to be heard or it doesn't matter or some, oh, that's just a little thing. Everything is not little things built into big
Right.
things.
It's like a combination of a bunch of smaller actions that really build up the relationship. And the intention. And being, like you said, being intentional.
Right, and
You
like
don't feel like it. Like that's where the effort comes in.
exactly.
You're not always feel like
No, you're not gonna always feel like it. You're gonna be like, oh, yeah, they know. After all this time, okay, after 45 years, you think I wouldn't have to say nothing? I could just sit there and just grunt. Really, after 45 years, and my thoughts should be his thoughts now, because over those 45 years, he has turned from somebody that was 18, 19 years old to somebody that's more mature, hopefully, and people change over time. There's nothing wrong with change because change is inevitable. But it when you're in a relationship for a long term, you have to understand that change may not be something that you have to be willing to kind of go with it, okay? Depending on what the change is, okay? But it could be a change that's a deal breaker for you,
right.
But if it's something that's not a deal breaker and you can be flexible, relationships require flexibility. If you don't have and it requires flexibility from the onstart, it seems like what happens is when you're new in a relationship, a lot of things you will put up with because you're afraid that you're going to lose the momentum. Okay? But in reality, if it's for you, it's going to be for you, regardless to what things occur. Okay? Because that emotion is there. That emotion is going to prompt you to go a little further, do a little more, accept some differences. You know what I'm saying? And still respect that person. Because I'm going to tell you, when you lose the respect, that's another thing. Okay? Because if there's no respect there, you can love somebody all you want. But if you don't respect them, it's not going to work. It's not. You have got to have a little bit of respect somewhere. Okay? It doesn't have to be a monumental amount, but it has to be some there. Now, like I said, this right here is some work with this sausage stuff. It's not like burger for sure, but I'm trying to get it as crumbled as I can because I know for me it'll mess with me if it isn't. But you don't have to make it as small as I'm doing. You can have more texture, but y'all know I got this thing going on with my stomach, so I have to do certain things so I can tolerate it too. That's why I get bison burger. Okay, so yeah, plus you gotta make sure with this being well done, unlike with beef, you may get away with it being a little rare. I'm not risking it with any other meat. I'm not risking it with beef. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. So when I finish doing this, I'll let you see what it's supposed to look like. And it's almost there. Just like that. Get it over. This is giving my arm a workout, and this is so arm. But as I was saying, and I know when I'll be totally honest, because when the Grillmaster and I got together, I wasn't thinking all this stuff, all this cerebral crap, whatever. I loved him. I knew that's what I was going to be with. That was it. And whatever happened, happened. That was my motto. But, of course, I didn't have anybody to tell me the thing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes ignorance is bliss. You know? I'll be totally honest. Because sometimes you may know a little bit too much, and too much education may get you not having longevity. Okay? But I'm here to give you the benefit of the things that I've experienced so you can have choices. Not that I didn't have choices, because I did have choices, but being more savvy earlier on in a relationship can make a difference in how difficult your valleys are and how happy your peaks are. Because you know life is a series of peaks and valleys. Okay, so, okay. All right. This right here is ready. This is cooked. I just got try to get the other sausages, but I want to let you see. This is what it's supposed to look like, just like that. If it don't look like that, it ain't ready, okay? Y'all understand? Okay, so I'm going to take this. No, it doesn't have a lot of oil, and I was quite surprised that it didn't have a lot of oil. Yeah, it's rather lean to be.
Do they have different leanness?
I'm not too sure about these Italian sausages like that. I don't know if they have extra lean or not, but this particular one was pretty lean, pretty darn lean. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my other skillet and I'm gonna brown these sausages here. Let me put a top on this, and I'm gonna brown these sausages, but then take all that. And once I get my sausages brown, then it's just a matter of putting the rest of the stuff together. So this is what, did you do a whole one?
Whole one? No, that's about 3/4.
Okay, so this is 3/4 of a Hillshire Farm rope beef sausage. And like I said, it's optional. And you don't have to put the beef. You can put chorizo. You can put whatever kind of sausage you want. Or just leave it like that and have the ground meat.
I got a comment.
Yes.
She said, I see Rob Bates passed away today.
Who?
Rob Bates. Oh, number one song, It Takes Two.
I don't know what that sounds like.
I don't know. It takes two, baby.
Oh,
I don't know.
It Takes Two, baby. Is that the one? Put a heart in there, T, if that's the one, because I'm not sure. If not, look his name up, because I don't know.
Oh, that's Rob rapper, so.
Oh, he's a rapper? Oh, now you.
That's probably not.
Oh, so you know you lost me, because like I said, I can name on one hand the rappers that I really, really like, for real. Okay, on one hand. Let's see.
Oh, I had cancer.
Oh, that's sad. And I'm just stirring this pasta, because I don't want to.
I know what she's talking about. It takes two to make things go right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that one.
And who made that?
Rob Bates.
Okay, I didn't know who made it.
It's funny because he says name in the song. It says, I want to rap right now. I'm Rob Bates and I'm here.
Oh, well, I never paid any attention. That's what, like I said, I am more of a ballad person. I do like some dance music. But see, my sister-in-law is a dancer. Oh, I dropped the sausage. Uh-oh. Anyway.
Oh, she said, no. I figured it out on TV.
Yes. But my sister-in-law is a dancer. She likes to dance. So dance music is her thing. Dance music is, I like it, but I like ballads better.
You like the emotion and vocal.
I like emotional evoked medication. Yeah, it is medication because it soothes my soul.
It's therapeutic.
Yes. So anyway, I'm going to brown this. But I need to get it flat in the pan. And I just want to brown it so I can put it together. I just want to get a little sear on it. What in the world? And really, you don't have to get a sear because what you can do is you can kind of steam it through if you want. That's a thing too. So, but I want to get just a little brownness on it. All right. So while that does that, I'm gonna take it down to a 4, and I'm gonna put a top on it and let the top vent. And beautiful sister, you might want to check this pasta because, like I said, I don't want it too soft. And then I'm gonna get over here.
I just know that thick pasta tends to take a little more time to cook because I made I don't know what kind of pasta it was. I think it was like penne pasta or something, and the texture of it is thicker, so it takes more time for that.
Yeah, but the penne pasta that you made was smaller and thicker.
True.
This is kind of wide.
Okay.
And so because I'm gonna mix it,
Yeah.
I don't want to make it too soft.
Right.
Okay, so like I was saying, love being a choice. Staying with somebody for a long period of time is a choice. Spending your life with someone is a choice. Okay, do not get it twisted. It's a choice. It's emotion, but it is a choice. Okay, because like I said, life changes, bodies change. Okay, the level of stress that you experience from the time you meet that person up to wherever point you are can change because life be lifing, and you feel all of these things. Okay, so do you choose this person when life is not romantic and flowers and puppies and all those things that they sing about? Do you choose to go through the fire with this person? Okay, you got to realize that, and that's when it goes back to like the marriage vows. Okay, when you say I do, are you really hearing yourself when you say that? Is it in the moment, or are there stipulations? Because I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna have a whole lot more of the bad stuff than you will have of the good stuff. You will see it as deficits, okay? Because life is not a pretty little package. It's not a pretty little package when you're by yourself. It's not going to be a pretty little package when you're with someone, sharing it with someone else who has a whole nother brain and it's not the Borg, okay? It's not going to be easy. It takes effort to share pain. It takes effort to share joy. It takes effort to be mad. Mad? Yes, mad. Okay? But sometimes you just feel, like they say, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just feel like, and you look at your partner, and your partner look at you, and y'all both like, But it's okay. Because it can be okay if you both are like, Because people say to us, or they say to me, like for instance, our anniversary is tomorrow. Oh, so where you going? What you doing? You know where we going? You want to know what we do? Well, tomorrow we're going to be doing our show. Okay. But during the daytime, in the bed now, probably watching whatever's on Saturday news for him. I'll put my headset on and look at the reruns of one of these shows to see if I've done something I'm not supposed to. Okay. And then we kind of nod off together, but we do it together. That's a fun anniversary for us. Do we have to go to the Bahamas? Heck no. We can dream about it. We have staycations, because we are so busy. When we get a free moment, we just want to chill and not have to worry about anything. You know what I'm saying? And that's us. And that's our happy place. So it doesn't, for us, it's not like we feel like we're missing anything because we done did everything we really want to do. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? And the effort that it takes to go somewhere, do something, whatever, that's precious time that we could be spending together being sloths. I swear. I crack me up. Anyway, I'm going to drink some of this. But the thing about it is, it's whatever works for the two of you. Now, if you got somebody that just want to hang out all the time and go places and do things, and then you're a person that just never wants to go anywhere, that probably will pose a problem. Unless you're the person like, okay, unless the person wants to do the things themselves, and I wave at you and you can shoot me some pictures or whatever, and I'm so secure, I'm not tripping. But that's not a real partnership because you're not sharing much. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on now. Okay, wait. So are you saying all the time?
Okay, while you're over here,
I'm about to
okay.
check our food.
Yeah, check that sausage while you're over here.
But are you saying the person is out all the time? Because I don't know, for me, like I feel like you do what makes you feel good, I'm gonna do what makes me feel good, and we could be in the same vicinity doing our own thing together.
I feel the same way, but if every moment of your time together is in separate dynamics, then you end up doing that love in the second place thing. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you have to come together. I am a firm believer. I don't think that my husband has to spend every waking moment looking at me, hugged up on me, talking to me, or whatever, because he was a me before he was a we.
Right.
Okay, and I have to be secure enough in myself to not even allow, but to be secure enough for him to continue to be himself. Because you don't allow anybody to do anything. People put brakes or people put chains on themselves with this allow stuff. Nobody allow you to do nothing. Okay, you stop yourself
for you to have your own interests and your own, life.
Right. And that doesn't mean that it does not include that. Because like I said, I want to get, if you got something going on that I don't do, that just gives something interesting for us to talk about.
Right.
That's what I feel like, unless I don't want to talk at all. And like I said, if it's 2 a.m. when my husband's very chatty,
or like, that's where compromise comes in. That might not be your favorite activity, but maybe once in a while, hey, I'll join you at the bowling alley for your league or something.
Listen, I ain't gonna tell them lies, okay? But my husband likes to fish, and I'm gonna tell you, I took myself when we lived in New York City. We used to go to Coney Island on the pier. And we went one time, and I took my little children out there, and I was sunburned I didn't know I could get sunburned. That was the last time I ever stood out there. Okay, he comes from a family that likes to fish and stand out there, sitting at the dock of the bay, watching the tide and no fish. Sit there all day long. Okay, and now, okay. I like sitting in the AC, watching my TV. That's what I like. And I'm so happy for him. And if he brings a fish home, I love it and I will cook it. Okay? As long as it's not an ugly fish. But if it's a fish that nah, man, because he one time he caught this thing. That thing looked like some kind of prehistoric monster. I'm not eating it. But anyway, what I'm saying, there are different. My husband is probably a little bit more social than I am, believe it or not. Okay, and he free to do himself. I do not begrudge him being the person that he is, and I'm gonna tell you, because I've never begrudged him being the person that he is. It's probably one of the reasons why we done made 45 years, and him the same. Because I don't go around saying, "Oh, Grillmaster, should I be on YouTube? Oh, Grillmaster, should I go and take flying lessons?" I didn't. Oh, Grillmaster, I don't do that. It is never ever a time. It's just I just think of stuff. He's like, okay, yeah, it's like okay, good for you or whatever. And I'm sitting over here and I'm reading the news or whatever. He does not trip. I am a bit of a workaholic. He does not trip. Okay, let me see. Okay, okay, that's good right there. That's good. And you want to rinse them so they don't get with some cold water.
I did. Well, I don't want them. You want them?
I want them cold. Yes, I want them cold.
Okay, I didn't
because I'm going to introduce them back into the thing. So what I'm saying to you is, Grillmaster don't have no grip on sister, and sister ain't got no grip on him. We choose to be. That looks good. So let them see. Now we seared our sausages.
Get a little close.
Okay, so they're nice and brown. Okay, you cannot sear them and you can steam them. They still will be. And I will get some of that oil off of there because I want to put them with the other sausage. So now she's going to incorporate them into the ground sausage. So, like I said, it's a choice. It's a feeling. I'm not going to even tell you that if I did not love my husband to the depths of my soul, that I would still be with him. I love him so much that's part of it. Okay. But I am committed to the cause. It is a choice to love him. It is a choice. There's a part of me that has no control over that, but there is a conscious choice to continue to love him at whatever stage.
For me too. Because it's like, okay, so love is the baseline, right? But it's like certain things happen that, this person's getting on my nerves, but I still love you. Like, you could say that, but then, like, not necessarily feel the love after the thing happens, but you have to make a decision, like, okay, you weigh the options, like, okay, this person is important to me, this is annoying, but, you know what I'm saying? So there's always that but. I still love you, and can we work through this?
And so after the butterflies leave in your stomach,
right?
Okay, and I don't mean butterflies in the sky. That after the butterflies leave and the flatulence comes along, that It's like, okay, I didn't know that you had that. I don't know how you kept that from me, type thing. You know, when that comes along,
the flatulence, the popping of pimples for each other, it's like the cute stuff's gone now.
okay, yeah, you pop all your pimples. I ain't doing all that. I ain't doing all that.
The pulling the ingrown hair.
I can pop his, but he ain't touching me because Lord have mercy. He's trying to be hurting. I ain't trying to do that. Okay, but like I said, can love survive after the butterflies? I'm telling you this. If it doesn't survive after the butterflies, it's not really love. That's infatuation.
Right.
Straight up. I can say that.
Love
What do you guys think? Okay.
I think love is an action word.
It is. Well, I keep saying that. Love is an action word. What do you guys, our family out there in the cosmos? Hey, drop something down into the comment. You know, it doesn't have to be in the chat. You can drop it in the comments during the replay because I will have a pinned question there because I think this is a conversation we need to go on. People want to say that, there's no such thing as, you know, forever, ever, forever, ever. Well,
you know what? I feel like a lot of that is contributed to because society has created a not realistic expectation for relationships now. In my humble opinion.
Okay.
And so
I can identify with that. The pan that you just used for that sausage, could you please wash it so I can take these lovely vegetables and I'm going to brown them.
Sure.
If you notice, I'm doing everything separately because that's just me. Now, if you want to throw everything up in there in one pot, do you, boo? Because guess what? That's your kitchen and you do what you want. Okay. However, exactly. And I forgot what you just said. You said something.
I feel like the expectation of what a relationship should look like has been changed based on the way that society portrays relationships on TV, social media, you know, how the stars show their relationships and stuff in the media.
Oh, no. I'm not trying to follow the stars.
Everything is disposable.
Yeah.
Everything's disposable and replaceable. And it's like there's no grit and trying and push through. It's like, oh, you got my nerve.
No, not even that. We talk about coping skills, and I'm not just talking about coping skills in a relationship. I'm talking about coping skills, period. There's not a lot of coping skills in the younger generation. So I was talking to somebody today that was younger, and I'm saying, you know, you guys live on emotion, okay, but sometimes you got to put emotion in a boat and set it off the sea. Okay, right. Because you can't give into every little pain, every little ache, every little piece of emotion. You won't survive. It's too many. When I tell you, I don't remember 45 years. Okay, it just went by. It just went by. Okay, if I had to be emotional about every single little thing that happened in the last 45 years,
you would be insane.
I would be insane. I wouldn't be sitting here in front of you telling you 45 years. I'm just being real. Okay.
But you know what? And that's another thing. We have the microwave generation now. Everything got to be quick. If they don't see the results that they want instantly or within a short time frame, then they're like, okay, this ain't gonna work. Moving on.
But see, the thing about it is, you're not gonna see the results that you want if you don't lay down the floor, the foundation. You gotta have a foundational piece. You just can't look at you and say, oh, she's beautiful.
Exactly.
Let me have her.
We're gonna get married.
No, but I don't know nothing about you. Okay, you could be somebody to sit and throw up all day long. You could something that propulses me. Right. You could be. Why are we such? Oh, I'm just gonna take it like you young people. Why are we so thirsty? Why?
Because again, people are not going. A lot of the younger generations are not going into long-term relationships for the right reason.
And I'm not even gonna say younger people. I see older people that just rush right in there and don't. It's not about young or old. It's about. I'm gonna be totally honest. For me, it's about your level of self-esteem. And I'm gonna say, and the reason why I'm gonna say, and you may disagree with me, but the reason why I say that is when you value yourself to the utmost, you step lightly. When you don't value yourself as much, you take bigger risks.
That's true.
Okay.
Because you don't care about the outcome.
Exactly. So I say I vote for caring about yourself to the utmost, because when you share yourself with somebody, you are sharing something that is important, something that is valuable. Okay. You ain't sharing a piece of lint. Okay. You're not. And the other person should feel the same way. So when you come into a relationship feeling like I am giving you the best that I got, Okay, I am this everything here on the. Like I said, I'm telling you like this. When I go get a job, when I go on an interview, this is what I do. They can sit and ask me 55 questions. Them questions that go on and on and on. And I'm sitting here like really wordy. Okay. Don't really need to hear this. Just tell me the facts.
Straight to the point. Let's get to the point.
When they finish, I take my resume and I tell them this is what I can offer you. Okay. This is what I expect from you. Okay. This is my pedigree. This is what I can do for you. It's the same thing in a relationship, any relationship, whether it's a business one or a romantic one or a friendship one. Okay, you need to get the parameters clear. And I see 8 people. Can I get 8 likes?
Can I just comment one thing?
Sure.
Real quick? So here's my thought. I feel it's a combination. Yes, it is mostly about self-esteem, but I feel like because the dynamic of how like families are shown relationships has changed over the years because of, first, like I said, social media or just society as a whole. The expectations for relationships have changed and it's translated into the households. And so the kids aren't being taught the same values and those kids grow up. And so those cycles.
We now live in an age of instant gratification.
Exactly. It's been over a course of time that we've gotten here, but if each generation moves further and further from older values, now we have instant gratification. Now we have, less importance, more risk taking, less value for life in general, let alone love. You know what I mean?
And do we really experience love? Because again, now we're going to go back to. And I'm just heating this up, guys, because I'm about to sweat my vegetables. I'm not going to tell you that, hey, you can't find the love of your life on the internet. Because you sure can if you take enough time to get to know that person and you're intentional. But I guess that I'm shell-shocked from all of these dating shows and 90 Day this and Bachelor that and I'll be totally honest. There's no way in the world that I'm going to be on a show with somebody with the intention of being with them the rest of my life. And they got 50 women. They got 50 women that they are dating and possibly having relationships with on national TV. And then I am going to be the one that they decide out of everybody that they done whatever they want to do with. And then that's going to be my husband or my wife. No. That seems very unnatural to me because to me, a relationship is something that is intimate. That is something between the two of you. Okay. And when it is, and what is the word I'm trying to say? When it is exploited, when it's exploited like that, you got to look down the road. Okay. So I don't know how many of these relationships have lasted longer than 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, whatever the case may be. No one's done the demographics, okay? But I will tell you this. The things that people don't see are the things that keep you together or not. Not what the world sees, okay? The bargains or the arguments or the decisions that you make behind those closed doors, what the world does not see are the things that give you longevity or send you flying. Your level of culpability is also going to put you in a situation whether you can deal or you can't. Because if you don't have, okay, let me put this in. I'm going to put my peppers in first. Okay. Peppers and a little bit of the onion. I don't want to do the mushrooms first because, they'll disintegrate. I'm just going to get these in.
Ha.
What?
I'm sorry. I just felt the urge to do a quick research on the divorce rate now versus 20 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And
okay, you got to speak up, though, because people want to know.
Huh?
You got to talk up because people want to know.
Okay, peeps. Family. Woo. I don't want to hit that. Okay, so just out of curiosity, I decided to Google the divorce rates now versus 20 years ago.
And surprisingly, well, actually, really, it's not surprisingly, it's lower now than it was 20 years ago. But let me tell you why. Okay?
Ain't nobody getting in
No.
Okay. I'm not going to spoil it.
Wait.
Okay,
It
tell
says
us.
younger generations, especially millennials, are marrying later and divorcing at lower rates than their parents, largely because they cohabitate longer
Mhm.
and are more selective about who they officially tie the knot with.
Mhm.
AKA, I'll live with you, we'll shack up, but I ain't going to marry you.
I'm not going to make that commitment.
So that's why the divorce rates are lower, because there's like
They're not
marriage.
getting married. Okay, they're playing house, but they're not getting. They're not taking the full leap.
They're not going all the way.
Okay, bottom line.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't do that, because if that is what makes you comfortable, oh well.
But that shows you firsthand the change, the shift in how relationships look for people.
Right, because people are afraid.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like I said, going into a relationship with a safety net.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. Where my generation, we didn't do a whole lot of safety nets. We just kind of rush right in there, and
you make it work.
You make it work or you don't. You know, so we want safety nets this day and age. So I guess they go in Atlantic City with a safety net too, because that is what a relationship. That is what it is. That's what a TI is. And I am sorry. If I spend all them years with your tail, you about to do something legal. Okay, it don't have to be I do, but you got to sign something that I get half or something.
What they tell you though, and what some people don't know, depending on the state you live in,
You will be common law.
marriages.
Yes.
And you are after like 8 years or something.
Yeah.
You are married whether you're not.
Yeah. But you have to do what's best for you and for yourself and your relationship. And I'm not telling nobody they gotta jump no brooms or anything like that. Whatever works for your life. Okay. What I am telling you is this: if you want a long-term relationship, whether it's jumping a broom or stay with that person forever, ever, until you turn back to eggless best egg and you'll never say I do, that's your decision. But you still are going to have to go through the phases, okay? And I'm going to tell you one thing. Another thing that I will say about my relationship with the Grillmaster is we really became friends. We became friends. It was like a combination of things. It's important to like that person. When you stop liking that person, that's another thing. Because you can love somebody and don't like them at all. But when you can still find something about that person that you like, then you have something to build on. So, let me check. Because it's a little hot. So let me take it down. It is steaming. And I'm going to let these steam a little. And I'm going to put the mushrooms in. And then I'm going to season it up.
It definitely makes finding common ground easier.
And, the question is, can you like the person you love? And my answer, I'm going to answer to you right away. Yes, you can. Okay.
Oh, hold on, I'm sorry. Side note, have you ever heard that saying that you're supposed to, your partner is, or you're supposed to love your partner less than they love you, or something?
I've never heard that, but I think that's crazy.
I think they're saying that because, like, when you're too deep in love, like, you make, bad choices and stuff like that. So if you love them less than they love you, then you're safe, but then that means they're at risk because you're not, you're not willing to do or as much as you would do if you love them as much as they loved you.
Okay, love should be, as they're
Equal.
saying, equally yoked.
That's what I think.
Okay, in that way. You should have just as much love for that person as that person has for you. Okay, the way you exhibit that love may be different.
Right.
The way that you process that love may be different. Okay, but it should be as intense on both sides. It should never be a situation. And you're right. You have people that get together with folks. Oh, well, he's nice. And I'm not really in love with him, but he's a good provider and this, that, and the other. And so those are the reasons for me to say, nah. It is. And yes, you have a certain amount of love for that person. See, there's different things. You have love for somebody because they become part of you. You are in love with somebody, and that is passionate, and that's all those things. Okay, you can like somebody a lot and deal with being with them because it's comfortable. what you want to have is a combination. Okay, let it not get twisted. Okay, doesn't mean that you've got, because if you looked at my short, I have a combination of ages of couples there. Okay, every one of those couples has the same intensity of love. The love has just evolved and turned into different dynamics, but each dynamic has that same intensity of commitment, and that's why they were able to go from 20 to 90. Right. Okay. Because when that 20-year-old looked at that 20-year-old, that 90-year-old still sees that 20-year-old, if you understand me. So that 90-year-old, that body done went through some stuff. Okay? Some things may be missing. It may not be able to walk. It may be bigger. It may be all that stuff. But when that partner looks at that person, they still see that 20-year-old. That's love. Because love ain't got no color. Love ain't got no size. Love don't care if you got a scar down your face. Love don't care if you're stuck in a chair. Love don't care. Okay? Because when you are in love with someone, you love them beyond the physical. You love them beyond the inside of their skin. You love them beyond the cosmos. You love them when they are no more. And that's how you can have longevity. That is how you can forgive. This is how you can look at the frailties and understand that that's a human being and they're not there to be your savior of happiness. You can understand all those things and build yourself and fortify yourself enough to be a partner to someone and help them be who they need to be, if you have to, if you choose to. Okay, but it goes beyond all of that. If you can't love, this is why they say these words in sickness and in health. Okay, because you may be the most attractive thing to the world, and the next day something happens to you and you're disfigured. Is that love supposed to go away? That person who really loves you sees past that burnt victim. See past all of those things that the outside, how are you with them? How do you do this? It's not effort for that person that really truly loves you. That's it. As my husband says, that's my job.
Aww.
So.
Yeah, it's like you can be committed and take those, things seriously without going to the altar and getting married.
Like I said, relationships are about commitment. A piece of paper does not dictate the level of commitment you have to another person. That is intentional. That is something that you agree upon. That level of commitment. If you ain't got nothing else, it's like that commitment is a rooted stump in the ground. Okay? And that is what you go to rejuvenate, to reset, to fortify, to make decisions, to have that longevity. But this stuff is intentional. You can't sit idly by and think that, yeah, you can. People stay together forever and don't. It's just why. There got to be some little bitty reason. Okay, let me get one of these. Now let me get the spatula. I'm just gonna move it around a little because this is nice and sweated. So now I'm gonna get the portobello mushrooms in. And I'm going to start seasoning this. Because y'all ain't seen me put no seasoning on any of this stuff. I'm going to take it down to a low. Because I need to get my seasonings. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do some onion powder. I'm going to do my celery flakes because I want them to get a little wet. I'm going to do some garlic. I'm going to do garlic powder. And I'm going to do my Casey's Blessing, which I still have on sale at flavorhouse.co. Go get yours, not for long. I'm going to do a little pepper. And there was something else that I was going to do. That's onion powder, garlic powder. Okay, so I'm going to take these things over here, and I'm going to hit it half a teaspoonful for each, except for the pepper, which I always go light on, y'all know. So I'm going to do a tablespoonful of this minced garlic, and I'll sit. Ooh, got in my throat. I'm gonna sit it right on top. Okay, I know what it was. It was the pepper. Excuse me, y'all. I got a cough.
That pepper always get them.
Yeah, I squeezed the bottom so a little bit must have come up.
That must have flew. Yeah.
So now I'm gonna put a half a teaspoonful of the celery flakes. And yes, they're dry, but they'll reanimate. I don't know why.
Oh, you want some water?
No, it's just a tickle.
Yeah,
It's just a tickle. It's just a tickle. I don't need water. I need a good cough. That's what I need. But of course, I'm not going to do that on national television. So I'm going to put some garlic powder in here. And like I said, everything is a half a teaspoonful. That's the thing when you use powders. You have to be mindful, especially when you're a person with allergies.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is onion powder. Half a teaspoon. And I'm going to do a quarter teaspoonful of black pepper. Just like that. Okay, so let me get this back over here. Guess what I didn't use? Y'all didn't say nothing.
The blessing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was waiting
Oh, I
for
didn't
you.
forget. Now I'm going to do a half a teaspoonful of dried oregano. And get the top back on. I didn't forget my blessings. I got to get to make my Make It Rain bottle. Okay, which is this. Yeah, I took my label off.
The label kind of came
It came off, but that's okay. And I can put as much as I want in here because Casey's Blessing doesn't have any sugar and there's no sodium. If you're using something else, read your label. Okay, so I'm going to put as much as I want, which is probably 2 tablespoonfuls of Blessings on here. Casey Blessing. And then I'm going to get my herbette. So I'm going to use some Italian herbs and I'm going to use some basil. And I'm going to do a pinch. And let me show y'all what a pinch is. For those of you who are new and you don't know what a pinch is, that is my form of measurement. And a pinch is simply your index finger and your thumb. You have teeny pinches, you have medium-sized pinches, and you have great big pinches. Which one do you think I'm going to use? I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. Throw a number out there. I dare you. Okay?
3.
I'm not going to let you tell me. I need my family out there to tell me. So, y'all already know.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just taking the paper off of here while y'all not talking to me. While y'all giving me the silent treatment. You can't give silent treatments in longevity relationships. Okay. At some point, you're going to have to come out and talk. Okay. So anyway, I am doing a large pinch. Yes, I am. For each one of these. So let me get this back over here. Large pinch of the Italian herbs and a large pinch of my basil. Let me get my tops back on. Then I'll stir it up. And what I need is some olive oil. I thought I put that on my list. No, olive oil. Now, no Popeye, just olive oil.
Mm-hmm.
Keep telling you, he done dipped on her. And the only reason I'm doing a little olive oil is because I put very little cooking spray in here, and I just need a little bit of liquid, but I don't want to make it water.
Boy, that stuff smells so good.
Okay, so I'm going to take just a drizzle of olive oil and put it over this. Just like that. Take it. And then I'm going to cover this and let this kind of steam down so it can steam down my mushrooms. Okay, keep that over here. Get that over there. And take me a little sip. A sip of the delicious elixir that the mixologist has brought forth and made. Brought forth and made for us.
Doesn't it taste almost like a Jolly Rancher?
a Jolly Rancher in forever, so I can't tell you that. Okay, but what I'm gonna do is take this fruit off of here because I'm about to drink this.
I don't know what it's good. Whatever it is.
It tastes, because like I said, that watermelon, you can kind of taste it.
You can.
And it really is a good flavor.
It doesn't taste like.
It does kind of taste like a watermelon Jolly Rancher, if you've ever had them before. So, like I was saying, my husband and I, and we still are friends. And like I was telling, like my beautiful sister was saying, yeah, there's them times where I look and I say, I wonder how heavy a weight the hangers in my closet could hold. Because I can hang them up in the closet sometime. But I always want to take them off the coat rack. I sure do. Yes, and I'm sure he feels the same way about me. And that's okay. I'm not offended. I ain't hurt. It's like, hey, I can be much, and so can he. But we much together. Okay? So, that friendship matters, and keeping that friendship, and people will say, like, people get divorced and stuff like that. And they're like, well, how do you talk to this person anymore? How are you having because their relationship stemmed from more than just the superficial. Their relationship went deeper than I just love you when you're making me happy. For whatever reason, unless it's something like really catastrophic, like there's some abuse or whatever case may be. But if it was an amicable parting, it's just sometimes people just fall out of love. For whatever reason, or circumstances will push you to the limit, and you've had your deal breaker, whatever that is. A deal breaker does not, people think deal breakers always have to be infidelity. It does not. There's a whole lot of deal breakers. It depends on who you are and what breaks your deal for you. But they can still, after they have harnessed the hurt, whatever that is, if they had any, then they still feel emotions, not the same emotions, but they still have a friendship and they want to keep that relationship, especially if they've been together for a long time.
Right, if you think about it, that person played a significant role in your life.
Exactly. And boy, I'm gonna tell y'all, this thing is giving me the biggest headache. Y'all know I ain't had these things on my head in a while.
Oh, but you look so cute.
And yeah, I thought it would be cute with this, but boy, it's giving me a headache. It's too tight. And I'm sitting here giving y'all TMI, but y'all family. So I'm tell all of y'all, thousands of people out there are family. And let me tell you, when you put a head wrap on, do not put it on too tight because you will be sitting up here having a headache. Okay? And I'm not trying to have a headache because you know what I will do? The same thing I did at my little sister's wedding many years ago. Oh, goodness. I think you were I don't even think you were born. Okay? Honey. I call myself putting box braids in my hair. It took me a whole week. And the day of her, them things were so tight, and they kept telling me, oh, wet them, they'll loosen up. Oh, the more I wet them, the tighter they got. 1 hour before her wedding, and at that point, my real hair was probably down to here. I didn't care what I cut out. I cut every last braid out. I haven't had a braid in my head since. So I will tell you, if in any moment you see me rip this rag, I'm not gonna scare y'all like that because the hair need doing. But yeah, I will adjust it though. I sure will because I ain't gonna stay up here with no headache. Anyhow, so communication. What I'm telling you is communication without combating. What does that mean? That means we ain't gonna fight about it. We're gonna agree to disagree, but we're going to voice these things. When you have a person, and like I said, I am a person, I like to communicate. I like to talk about stuff. But I need to understand that my partner may need to process things before we have a conversation. So you have to learn that person and their style of communication. There has to be some, yes, but it doesn't have to be right away. Sometimes people have to stand back and put things into perspective because I'm going to tell you, you can hit somebody, and I don't want nobody to ever get hit, but a bruise goes away. The words that come out your mouth stay in that memory bank forever. And they keep recycling and keep recycling and keep recycling every time something is triggered.
And you can say sorry to
Exactly. And it won't matter. You know why? Because you verbalize that. And sometimes people will verbalize things because they know it will hurt you, because they want you to feel the same pain they feel at that particular moment. And then they can kind of get rid of it. But it doesn't get rid of it if it's happening to you. So when you have a disagreement, you have to be, that's another intentional thing. And that I will agree with the psychiatrists and stuff like that. You have to fight fair, because if you don't fight fair, I don't care how many sorries you say, that stuff is going to be sitting in the back of your mind. And every single time something really, really ticks you off, that's going to come back. Okay, so be intentional about how you communicate and don't combat. Okay, the path of least resistance is to let go. I often tell people that. How do you win a tug of war? You let go. Who gonna fall?
The person still pulling.
Exactly. You don't meet the same energy unless it is positive energy. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's see what's going on with you. Let me take this up one. I'm put it up to 2. You know, so that
I feel like a lot of times when people fight like that, it's a pride thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of things. I mean, come on, we human beings. It's a
pride thing. It's an emotion thing. It's like, I'm not gonna stand down, especially if I feel like I'm right, kind of thing. It's like,
and some people don't have to be right. Some people just don't want to be wrong.
I said feel like.
I'm saying some people just don't want to be wrong.
And that's pride.
So, yeah, or ignorance.
Yeah.
Okay, because we're not perfect creatures. Yeah, I can be wrong. Now, do I want to admit it right away?
Right.
Maybe not. Okay, if I can avoid it, maybe. Okay, depending on who you are. Okay, but you just need to be straight up. Yeah. Some people can handle the truth about things, and some people have to be passive aggressive. And for me, that right there is a big pet peeve with me. I'd rather for you to tell me like a TI is. All that passive aggressiveness stuff, or this y'all did this kind of stuff. How many people am I? I'm one. Okay, so I'm not no y'all. Okay,
like address me.
I need for you to address me. I felt that way when I was in school, when they wanted to punish the whole class and I'm sitting here and did nothing. Yeah. I felt that way when they put me in a group project. What you said, they became a trigger for you when exactly when you don't fight fair. And that's what Pam is saying. Yeah. And you're right. You know, I didn't dig it when they put me on the group projects and I'm the only one doing the work and the rest of them sitting here skating. And I did it because I wanted to get to A. I don't like green eggs and ham. I don't like them Sam I am. So I am telling you, do not put me in the place of a we, because I am not the Borg. I am an individual with a name. So if you got a problem with me, then you need to address me, because I'm in the mindset, especially as I'm older, you know, when people do that passive aggressive stuff and they address everybody and they don't address the person who really does it, you got everybody wondering, well, did I do something? Is it me? And so you're putting people in places of anxiety they don't need to be. When you know, if you don't know who it is, it's different. But if you know exactly who the guilty party is, or the person who is responsible, and you do that passive aggressive stuff because you can't stand the heat, Casey takes the attitude of this. If you didn't call my name, it don't pertain to me. I don't communicate that with you. I don't get in front and say, I didn't do it, or me too. I don't prove anything to you, because guess what? You didn't use my government name. Okay. And that's how everyone should be, okay? Because if you're not talking about you, then you shouldn't have any feelings about it. Because you will live your life in anxiety. And if someone does that to you in a relationship, well, y'all listen, y'all that. And yeah, people will do it because they're not confrontational. And I guess it makes them feel more powerful or less submissive if they make it a y'all. and not have to deal with you deal with me directly. Step to me, please.
But I'm only in a relationship with you. It's only me and you. So
Yeah, but people do it all the time. And like I said, it's done in workplaces, it's done in relationships, it's done in friendships, it's done in just the world. You know what I'm saying? People take things out on everybody but the right person. Okay? Why? Because you're going to be rejected, maybe, or whatever case may be. Let me tell you something. You don't know what's going on in people's heads. So when you do this everybody thing, because you don't have the guts to step to somebody, that person's still feeling some type of way about you. Unless they're me, and then it's like, you ain't talking to me, so I don't care. Okay, I'm just saying. And I had to get to that point because I would allow those things to set up anxiety in me if someone would say, oh, well, you guys, blah, blah. I'm okay. First of all, last time I looked, I'm a me. Okay, my mama ain't named me you guys. I had to check the birth certificate sometimes because you all that you, and I don't want to be a we. Unless I choose to be.
I'm a me.
You know, so yeah. So you don't do stuff like that. You communicate and you don't combat. Now I ain't gonna tell you ain't gonna never get mad enough and you just wanna okay. But the smart person is the one that'll say, hey, we're gonna talk about this later. Don't push somebody when they say, let's talk about this later. Because that's gonna be the person that's gonna go for the jugular if you push them. And then you're gonna regret it.
Then you be mad.
Okay, so sometimes you got to pull, if you're that communication person, and let's just talk about it, and let's just talk it out, and blah, blah. Let me tell you something. Sometimes you got to go to bed mad. You know why? Because sometimes they not ready to talk, and neither are you. Okay, you just go to sleep, you wake up the next day, and you confront it. But when you sit and you force someone who is not communicative in that way to have a conversation with you, they're not in their right head, and they're not going to say things that you might want to hear. So yes, I don't believe that philosophy. Oh, don't go to bed mad. Girl, let me tell you something. Girl, guy, person. Okay. Take yourself some Robitussin and go to bed. And wait till the next day. I'm just saying.
I got a slogan for you. Take some Robitussin so you ain't fussing.
Exactly. Okay, so I have sweated these, and that's beautiful. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna let y'all see, and it's nice and fragrant. Look at that. All right, so now that we have all our components, I'm gonna go back over here, and we have our sausages, and I'm gonna put our veggies in, just like that. And beautiful sister should get over here and start making that secret side. I'm gonna whisper to you because it's secret and I can't let y'all hear it unless you stay to watch it. So you'll see. It's gonna be really good. Let me wipe this up. Cheese in it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want butter?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So now that we got that, and I hope you didn't hear me. All right. So I'm taking this and I'm stirring it together. Get it all together. That smells really good, just like that. Let me tell you honest.
It sure do.
And I haven't even made the sauce yet.
That's what I'm saying. Oh boy, it smells are smelling.
Okay, so now let's get this out the way. What I need now is a bowl, a silver bowl, because I'm gonna sit right here and put my sauce together, and then we're gonna put the whole party together. Yeah. So I'm gonna get a big silver bowl. So, like I was saying, give it.
Sorry about that.
Oh no, we did not have a blackout.
She hit beautiful assistant
hit my light switch. I'm like, wait a minute.
My bad, y'all.
I'm like, wait a minute. Why are we doing that?
Live TV. Woo!
Nah, man, that wasn't live TV. That was cray. Anyway, so like I was saying, okay, communication without combat, and then trust is the relationship. how can you have longevity and you don't trust? How can you have a relationship you don't trust? It's gonna be a hot mess because you're always gonna be on edge. Okay, and it's not supposed to be that hard. We make things hard for ourselves, okay, sometimes. So, I got my trusty store brand. This is the hack. Store brand spaghetti sauce. Now, you can go through and doing tomato sauce and all that stuff and make it from scratch. Or you can get this $1.29 bottle of whatever the cheapest is at the store and you can build it. So that is what I'm doing. So this is the chunky tomato, basil, and garlic pasta sauce from my local store. And this is 24 ounces. And what you see, look at that. You see how watery that is? And this is why you have to build stuff, because this is why it's cheap, because they probably have taken one tomato and made 5 bottles of this. Okay, so you have to make it better, but you use that as a base. So I have one 24-ounce bottle. I'm going to get another 24-ounce bottle, and I won't make it flat. I didn't realize it was this week. This is really, and to think that people actually make their spaghetti sauce
just like that. Also, you don't need to open this.
I think it's one down here.
Oh, I didn't put it out.
Okay, so I'm taking 48 ounces of spaghetti sauce. And then when I say sauce, it is. This is like spaghetti soup. They ought to be shamed. Okay, and then I'm going to take my tomato paste in my tube, which I love my tomato paste in my tube when I could get it on sale. Then I have my fire roasted tomatoes. Where are they?
They're on shelf.
Oh, they're right there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if you can open up one can of that for me. I don't know how you got rotelli on there.
I thought that you bought.
No, that's not me.
All right.
Oh, this is so good, man. Y'all need to
Stop playing and make that.
It's really good. So I'm going to take, but first I'm going to do the fried roasted tomatoes. And those are tomatoes. Now, normally, if the kids are eating it, then I'll stick it into the magic. But not the, is that magic? No, that's the NutriBullet. The NutriBullet, because, they don't want all the texture and blah, blah, blah. I ain't thinking about them. Okay, today I want to taste this. So, if they don't like it, they don't have to eat
Tough nuggies.
Okay, so. And I'm not going to put that many in. So, this can of fried roasted tomatoes is... What does it say? It says 14.5. So I'm going to do half a can. But I'm going to put my hand over it so it doesn't get the liquid. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a spoon and just get it. Yeah, give me a spoon and take it out. Actually, a fork so it could be slotted. I don't have a small slotted spoon, but I can use a fork. Because I just want the taste of the tomatoes. The fire roasters. Let me take half of those out. And they're really small, if you see. I'm just going to put them in here. Because they really do fire roast them. That is so cool.
Got a nice little char.
Yeah, they got a nice little char to them. And I'm probably not going to use a half. I'll probably use 1/4 of these. Yeah, that's enough. I'm going to use about 1/4 of those. So I still have quite a bit. And we will save that. Let's get this back on here. All right. So now don't take that away because I'm needing it.
I'm standing right here.
Okay. So I put this in and I'm just going to stir this around and get that over here. So now I'm going to take my tomato paste. So I'm probably going to add more to this because this stuff is really watery. So I will probably use a half a tube of this. So this would be equivalent to like a small can, maybe 6 ounces.
It's a 4.56 ounces.
Exactly.
That's
So this is about half of this. So about 2 ounces. And I may have to use the whole thing because this stuff is like really watery. And I don't like watery.
So, that's
watery tomato sauce or spaghetti sauce or pasta sauce. So I may use all of it. We'll see. So I'm getting this in here. Yep, I'm used to whole tube. Now this wasn't a full tube, so don't get scared. This is more like the little small can of Hunt's or some brand tomato.
Insert tomato
paste.
sauce.
Okay, and I'm just squeezing this out. I had a little bit left. This is not a whole bottle. Okay, so let me just get that all squeezed out. There's a lot in here too, because I mean it's a lot of air in here. So I'm gonna do like you do with the toothpaste,
Roll her up.
and I'm gonna roll it, and I'm gonna get it out. Okay, so I got all of that out. So that's the whole thing. Okay, and now I'm gonna get my herbette. So I'm gonna hit my Italian seasoning and my basil, because you know I layer flavors. And I'm going to put a large pinch of the Italian herbs, not seasoning. Large pinch of that. And a large pinch of the basil. And why do I put basil plain? Because the basil is concentrated. And the Italian herbs have just a teeny tiny bit of basil in it. And I love the flavor of basil. So I'm going to do a nice little pinch of that. Okay, so let me just get this. Yes, you can.
What's the matter? You need help?
No, I was just stacking. Okay, so I'm gonna hit it with a half a teaspoonful of oregano. And I'm gonna do my regular stuff, you know, the garlic powder, the onion powder, half a teaspoon of each, and then I'm gonna put some real garlic in here too. So this is the onion powder. And I use powders as well as fresh onions and garlic because the powdered version is very concentrated and it has a different flavor. Believe it or not, it really does. Try it. Right, passive aggression. That's what my sister says, and that's a no-no. We don't do passive aggression in my family. We really don't. And a lot of people don't know how to take that. But you know what? It's a learning experience. But like I said, you can't have a real valid relationship. You don't trust the person. If you're around and looking at their cell phone, looking in their pockets, everything they do, you checking their child. That's a job in itself. I don't have that kind of patience. I don't want to. I got enough jobs. Okay, I don't need another job. That's a job I don't need. Okay, and if you need that job, then you should get paid for it. Be a private investigator.
All right,
you know.
FBI.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take a half a teaspoon of rosemary because rosemary just has a good flavor. And I got some ground rosemary and I'm putting it in there. And then, of course, you know, I'm going to hit it off with my Casey's Blessing. And that's as much as I want. So I'm going to tell you about 2 tablespoons of Casey's Blessing. Okay. And I'm going to get my pepper. And like I said, an eighth. That's why I do eighths, because I layer and I don't want the pepper to overpower. Okay. And I'm going to do a pinch of salt. So that would be about an eighth of salt. Okay. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to stir it all together and see if it's thick enough for me. Because I may have to put some more tomato paste in. And like I said, with all this watery stuff, that may be the ticket. But I'm doing it in here. You can do it in the pan too, but I want to make sure that everything is incorporated when I put it together. That's just me. And I'm kind of breaking up this tomato paste so I can see if I need more, because I need this to be thicker. Because yeah, that's some watery stuff right there. They ought to be ashamed. Well, I guess you can't. You get what you pay for. $1.29. You have to fix it up. You gotta build it up. Yeah, you do. That's what you gotta do. So I'm going to get the other tomato paste because I do need to put some more. So that would be equivalent to one of the small cans and a half. I think I put a half of it in here. So, like I said, I was talking earlier about giving grace. We're not perfect creatures, so we can't go around expecting other people to be perfect. If we expect perfection, we're going to get disappointed, okay? You have to be able to understand that you're imperfect, that person is imperfect, and you're going to make errors. You can't expect somebody, your idea of a person can be totally different than the reality of who that person is. And so all of these little things, and you're like, my goodness, it's so many things that you're telling me that I gotta deal with or learn or experience in order to be in this long-term relationship. Let me tell you something. And just like everything else, as you learn things, you put it in your pocket. That's part of the arsenal. And so you learn these things, and I'm gonna tell you, and years go by, and you pivot if you have to pivot, and some things stay the same, and you talk about stuff, and some things you might not talk about till later, or whatever the case may be. But the trajectory remains the same. The commitment has to be there. The commitment to the cause, okay? And the cause is you being with this person, okay? Whenever the cause changes, then the dynamic of the relationship will most probably change, okay? And you can choose to revamp things. You can choose to just let her go, okay? But I keep saying that word, choose, choose, choose. People shouldn't choose for you. You need to choose for yourself, okay? What you really hope in a relationship is that you have this mutual growth. Now, people think growth together means that we got to be growing and thinking the same things and doing the same things. As long as you are evolving, it does not. Now, some people want the exact same behavior. I say, have a relationship with yourself. Okay, because anybody that tries to match their behavior to someone else, even a twin has a different personality. Okay, so when people say, oh, we think exactly alike, or we do, man, that's some junk. You be trying to think alike, okay? Because in the recesses of your mind, like, I don't really like pickles, but I'm just gonna say I like them because that make her happy. She need to be happy with the fact you don't like pickles, and still love you. Because you're you. And there's nothing wrong with being who you are. When you can't be who you are in the most intimate part of your life, there's something wrong with that. When I got to change myself into someone else to make somebody else happy, we don't need to be with each other. Because you need to accept me just the way I am. In all my glory, in all my discomfort, in all of my imperfection. You have to be able to do that if you truly, truly love me. So this is what the sauce looks like now. It's a little stiffer, and if we need to make it stiffer, we will. But I'm going to put, because y'all know I put a little bit of sweetness in this, because when you're dealing with tomatoes in general, it helps cut some of the acidity, unless you're a person that just likes like a marinara type taste. We don't roll like that over here. So I'm going to take my Splenda, and I'm going to put a little Splenda in here, and you can use whatever sweetener of your choice, okay? If you're doing sugar, I would say about a teaspoonful of sugar for this much spaghetti sauce or pasta sauce, because there's not even really spaghetti sauce anymore. Okay, so now I'm going to take this over, and I'm going to introduce this to all my lovely sausages, and I probably will season again. Okay, what I didn't do, I didn't put my garlic in. So I'm going to put a teaspoonful of garlic in here. And now I'm going to stir it up again. So let me get this in. And like I say, you can do this in the pan. I just chose to do it separate so y'all can I can get closer so y'all can see. Okay, so it's nice and combined. Let me get this over to the pan and get her in. Okay, and I'm going to pour it over. Okay, just like that. Okay, I have to get my spatula and get the rest of it out. Please be in here. Please be in here.
The plastic?
Yeah.
It's on the side of the.
I see it. Okay, my little spatula here, guys. My little dollar spatula that I love, so I can get everything out of my bowl with this. So get that all out, just like that. Okay, get this over here. Now I'm gonna mix this all together, and we're gonna just turn this and let this come to a slight boil. Then we're gonna turn it down and let it cook for a little bit while we finish talking. And then we'll let beautiful sister taste it, and she'll tell me if what else I need to put in here. But right now it's looking pretty cute. And I'm just stirring it, incorporating everything. And I'm thinking that the Grillmaster will like this. And yes, I'm gonna feed him even though he's sleeping. Okay, so. All right, so that's nice and combined. Let me get this over here. Let's get the top on, because anytime you're dealing with any kind of pasta sauce, boy, that stuff will start to popping all over the place as soon as you turn it on. So I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put it on like an 8 so it can start doing this little bubbling brown sugar. And then I'm gonna turn it down and let it simmer. Beautiful assistant is making our secret side. And then I can finish talking to you nice people. So I'm gonna take a sip. Do this, I tell you, do this. For you just coming in. This is called again, mixologist?
That is called the watermelon peach cooler.
Watermelon peach cooler. I didn't even know they made watermelon juice, but they do. And I like it. Anyhow, so let me move this over here. So, like I said, growing together simply means growth, period. Okay, growing in the same direction doesn't mean that you have to have the same growth, the things that grow you, okay? Like I said, my husband has grown. I've grown also, but I grow differently. I'm a different kind of flower, okay? And he's still a flower, but he's a different kind of flower, but we both grow. And so we evolve. And we choose to accept the evolution. If you're looking for things never to change, I'm going to tell you. Because as you grow, you may learn some really good things. You may learn some things you don't like. You may learn some things that you want to tweak. But what is still the same? The foundational piece of the commitment. And being consistent. Being consistent doesn't mean that you got to go get a diamond every time. Listen, my husband don't have to do nothing like that. He doesn't have to do any kind of gifts or any. Because I'm going to tell you like this. I am so the person. If I want something, I just go get it. If I really want it. So material things are not things that move me. What moves me, I am a service type person, as I had said before. If you clean something, oh boy, I'm in love with you. Okay, because that's something less that I don't have to do. You know, so you could buy me a million things, but if my house is dirty and you see it's dirty and you're not trying to help, I ain't feeling it. That's just me. That's my love language. You know what I'm saying? Some people need to have those tangibles. I don't need to have that. So you have to understand being consistent in whatever you do. If it's something that is tangible and you want to continue to spend and that's what that person wants and you agree upon that life, then that's what you do. Okay. But if it's not, then it's not. You know, checking in, being affectionate, you know, and that doesn't mean you have to be all over you all the time. Doing something thoughtful, like just calling or sending a text. Hey, how you doing? Okay. Just checking in. My husband checks in every single day at, well, it used to be 10, but now it's 12. And he'll be saying nothing. Sometimes he just say 2 words. Okay. But it's just to let somebody know that you matter, you know, and you don't stop doing that. We tend to stop doing that once we're not dating or it's not new or whatever the case may be. It can always be new. Okay. It can always be fun. It can always be all those things in between all of the little hiccups in life. Okay, it can be all those things, but you got to show up and show out as much as you can and respect each other during the times when it is rough. Because I'm going to tell you, it's very easy to get into depressions, relationship depressions. And I call that, as I see it, okay, when you kind of regress into yourself and you forget that you are part of a we and you're sharing this. You're supposed to be able to share, just like you share your joy, you share your pain. And a lot of times people don't want to share the pain because they think it's going to repel somebody. Well, you know what? That's my husband says, that's your job. Okay. And if you're not up to the job, then perhaps maybe you need another employer. Okay, because that is your job, and you're going to see these peaks and valleys, these ebbs and flows. It's just going to be, and I don't care how much money you have or what, or you think you have everything that you need or whatever, but there's always going to be a time when somebody is feeling some type of way or not satisfied. And I'm not just talking about, we're talking about also intimacy. I'm not talking about you don't have to be physically intimate in that way. Your emotional intimacy is something that's very important, because you could be physical with somebody and not really be attached to them. Okay, so there's a difference. You can physically satisfy yourself with someone and not really feel anything for them, or you can not do anything and feel everything for them. So you have to have deeper levels of emotion when you are doing longevity. When you're doing wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, you don't. Let me check this. See, it's already doing the bubbling brown sugar just that quick. So let me get here, because you don't want your stuff to stick. So you take it down. Okay, and you were supposed to let them see you do it. You forgot. Okay, I'm going to take this down. I'm going to take this down to low. Okay, so now you have to explain what you did, because she's so busy playing. She's so busy playing secret until she was going to let you see the end product and not let you see how she did it. Okay, and what we're making. So,
I'm coming with my stuff. So I will show you the finished product, and then I'll tell you what it is. So right here we have.
Okay, you probably want to let it focus.
I'm trying. So right here we have some delicious garlic butter croissant cheese sticks here that I wrapped with mozzarella cheese. Right here. These lovely sticks here. I made some garlic butter, which if you've been here for a while, you know that's just my regular butter. I put Casey's Blessing, of course. I have the herbets in it. I have a little teeny bit of salt, just a tiny bit. And some garlic, the squeezable garlic. Put that in there, and I melted it down. I had a container of croissant mix, or croissant dough, not mix.
Well, actually, it's sheets. So
yeah, it's sheets.
They're sheets.
And I cut it into 8 slices. And I took these string cheeses right here, and I wrapped them around. And I covered the inside of the croissant first with the butter, wrapped the cheese around it, and then I put the butter on the outside. And now it's on 375 right now, the oven. I'm about to stick these in the oven for about maybe 13 minutes, and then I'll check them, see if they're golden brown. And I'll probably butter them again after they come out. So that's pretty much it.
And they're going to be what we call pulled cheesy bread. That's you can dip it in this lovely sauce. It is something that goes really good. Or a nice side. Actually, you can have this and just have some sauce, or just eat it by itself. But it's a really good addition when you're eating, pasta, saucy pastas and stuff like that. It's really good.
Very tasty. Can't wait for it to get done. I'll show you guys the finished product, of course.
Yes. So we're talking like I said, I touched upon this earlier about forgiveness. And you can forgive somebody, and that doesn't make you weak. That doesn't make you a doormat. Doesn't make anything like that. That means that you had the choice. You chose. Did I move this thing and it made it crazy? Because boy, that little thing right there is tight. I had to move it. Forgiveness, I'm gonna tell you like this. A special type of person is the person who can forgive and truly forgive without there being stipulations or being strings or being anything like that. Because when you verbalize those words that I forgive you, You need to make it a clean slate. Forgiving doesn't mean that you're going to bring it up every fifth Sunday. Forgiving doesn't mean that every time you trigger something, you remember back there 10 years ago was other. No. When you forgive something, it's just like it doesn't exist anymore. And you give that person grace. That's what you do. And that takes a big person to do that. We are human beings. Lord have mercy, we are. And I am telling you, it takes a big person to really, truly, honestly forgive somebody of something. Now, forgiving someone doesn't mean that you have to put up with their mess. Because sometimes you can forgive somebody and you have to walk away. But if you choose to stay in a relationship and you have forgiven, you have to truly give that person a clean slate and not continue, because I will say this over and over again. You cannot change the past. You work to exist in the present, and you pray that you get a future. That's what you do. If you can't do that, do not fix your mouth to say, I forgive you. That's it. You may think you can do it. And if you think you can do it, okay, I would hesitate before I totally commit. I would have to think, I have to be able to forgive the thoughts that I have in myself. Okay. Yeah. Because love will make you want to do it. Whatever commitment you have to that person may make you want to do it. But it may not be what you're able to do at that particular time. And if someone has wounded you and caused you to have to forgive them for something, they need to understand that sometimes people want you to just forgive me. Maybe I need 365, 403 days and 20 months before I feel like I want to forgive you. And you need to be able to handle that if you want to stay. But you can't rush me into, because when I forgive you on your dime, I'm forgiving you to make you feel better. When I forgive you on my dime, I'm forgiving you so I can be at peace. Because when I hold harbor those kind of feelings, it's hurting me. It's not hurting you. Absolving you makes you feel better. I'm not trying to make you feel better because you're the one that did the deed. I'm trying to make me feel better. So don't say you're going to forgive unless you really, truly, honestly want to just wipe the slate clean. And that will allow you to be able to move forward. Because when you don't have baggage, you can move a little bit more. You have more navigation ability. Your values, the core of your values, really, you need to share those things. You can't have somebody that's way off left field and you're all the way on the other side and you never come to a common ground. You don't have to come to a common ground with everything, but there are going to be things that are fundamentally the same for the both of you, okay? And that's not going to ever change, okay? Like, for instance, my husband and I, we are very generous to people, okay? We're not going to see somebody suffer, even if it's to the detriment of ourselves. Okay, and that's something that we have in common. Is that a good thing? I don't know, but we just do. So that being the case, that is a common thread that we have. Do we agree on the way that we navigate it all the time? No. But it is a common thread at the end of the day. So that's a value. That's one of the values that is shared. Okay, we think, well, I'm just saying like this. I drive the train in this house and he just fought. No. We have to agree about certain things, and you want to be intentional. Like I said, everything is intentional. You just can't sit back and coast along. It just doesn't work that way. And I'm gonna tell you, my husband is a clown, and sometimes, I got a sense of humor. Yes, I do, but I have a very serious side. He can make a joke out of everything. Everything. It's like. And I admire that about him, but like, it's like, when I got a headache or something, like, don't joke. I don't want to joke. I want to that closet thing. Okay. Sometimes I have to restrain myself, or he'll try to force me to look at something funny. I don't want to look at something funny. I don't want to be funny, you know. So some marriages survive or relationships survive just because somebody is comic relief, you know, and you need that. I don't need comic relief all the time. It's just like, you know, he just has to, he is a jokey joke like person, you know. I am like the serious one, you know, and so I'm trying to gravitate away from being that all the time because that's high blood pressure. Okay. Yeah, that's high blood pressure. But at the end of the day, like I said, our anniversary is tomorrow. If I think over everything and every thought and every feeling and all of those things like that, would I do it all again? Let me think. Yeah, I'd do it all again. I can't see any other way. I'll be totally honest. I'd do it all again. And again and again. If you come back and you reincarnate yourself, yeah, I get the same egg. Yeah. I may eat it sunny side up, but I'm going to get the same egg. You know, so I can't even tell those lies, you know, because it has not seemed that long. So if it hasn't seemed that long, it ain't been that bad. Because when it's that bad, you can count every single minute, every crevice, every, you know. And I'm going to tell you, I can remember back to the first day that I laid eyes on my husband. Okay. You probably can't remember yesterday, but, you know, whatever. Somebody has to be the chronicler of life. And that's just me. Okay. Let's see what's going on over here. Now, I'm going to take it back up to a 2 because I took it down and it's the stop all motion. And we don't want motion not to be in the ocean. Okay. Yeah, get over here, beautiful sister, and taste this. See what you think. Because I can add on my ingredients and then, like I said, I'm going to put my pasta in. I'm debating on whether I'm going to put my pasta in or I'm going to put it over.
I put it over, and that way, if you have extra sauce, you can freeze it.
Yeah.
That's what I think, personally. So we got a lot of delicious sauce over here.
Yeah, it's a lot of sauce. It's a lot of sauce. But I'm only going to put it on pasta. You know?
Yeah, but it might not be that pasta. I only made half a bag.
I say, guys, I can put it all in there, and we'll just have
meat with
we'll have rigatoni. No, because we'll just add some more pasta. Because it's going to be a lot of sauce. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
It's good. I don't see what do you need to add. Maybe a little more sugar?
Yeah.
A little more sugar, a little more salt. That's it.
Okay, she says, so I don't want it tasting like tomato paste. I need it to taste flavorful.
It's very flavorful.
Okay, so I say, because she said that, right, you know I'm coming with this.
Of course.
And she said a little bit of salt, and then you know I'm going to do this, right?
Yeah.
But it looked like it was ready.
Yeah, it's good. It's delicious.
Okay, so we're going to put another teaspoonful of Casey's Blessing in. I'm going to put a half a teaspoonful of garlic in before this starts popping up and starting to percolate again. I got to hurry, I got to go fast. I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of salt. And then I'm going to hit it with a little bit more Splenda. And I'm going to stir. Really quickly because this will start popping up. And I don't want to do that. And we'll let this cook until our side is ready. And then we will plate this puppy up.
Which plate are we using, by the way? Either one?
We can do white.
Okay. I thought I shouldn't have too much longer.
Get that off of there. And since she wants me to pour it over, see, I was going to mix it together. Then, yes, we will heat up the pasta a little. Because I had her make it cold because I was going to reheat it. But she's always worried about the next meal.
I'm just planning ahead for my royal remainders.
Mind you, this is my anniversary dinner.
I mean, yeah, and it's still gonna be fire. It's still gonna be fire.
Yes. So I'm gonna tell you like this: forever isn't some magical spell or isn't built in a day. It is systematically built brick by brick, and that is what you see here: a 45-year experiment that has gone in the trajectory in which we want it to go. Okay, and we continue to build, and it's like a recipe. We continue to add ingredients so we can make it taste better and more palatable and sweeter, and sometimes a little tart. Okay, but that's when you hang them up in the closet. I know y'all think I abused my husband, right? No.
No.
Okay.
He loves it here.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So, what can I tell you? I'm gonna say this, okay? What do you think could kill love faster? Disrespect or neglect? And I'm gonna just let that.
Disrespect.
Okay, can you let my family there? And she just took over the whole show.
That's just the beautiful sister's opinion. You guys still can input.
Yeah,
Please.
Tell me something good.
How about this? How many of you agree with what I say?
Okay, give me some hearts if you agree with what she said.
How about that?
Okay.
I personally believe disrespect will get you in trouble faster than neglect. Just saying. Because if you insult someone and you make them mad versus I ignored you for a few minutes to watch my show or something, see, that's different. No, because that's a direct attack. Versus,
see, she said
I
didn't ask her to be a lawyer.
I'm sorry.
You didn't even get to answer the question.
I was giving my case. I had to explain.
Your aunt said, she said, happy anniversary, sweet sister and brother.
Yay.
Thank you. Now she wants you to answer her question. She said, do you agree with her?
If you could.
Do you agree that disrespect can kill love faster than neglect, or neglect can kill love faster than disrespect?
Cheesy goodness, huh?
A little darker.
You want them darker?
Yeah, a little bit
Okay.
more brown.
Well, I'm gonna put some more butter on top. That's what I was getting ready to do.
Okay, she's getting ready to put butter on top. Is that all of the pasta?
Butter makes everything better.
You know it.
Okay. Okay, she's putting some more butter on top of these lovely cheesy things here that we made, and then she's gonna stick them back in the oven and let them just brown just a little more, and then we're gonna get our plates and start plating stuff up. Well, you were gonna put that in the microwave and heat them.
Yeah.
The vegetables.
The
The thing.
Yeah.
So nobody said anything, so I guess she will be the one to answer it.
I'm right.
No, she thinks she's right now. See, y'all are making her think she's right. I say both.
Wait.
Wait,
You said both?
I say
Well,
both.
I thought you said one or the other.
Well, I can say both if I want to. I think
That's
that
cheating.
no, it's not, because you saying a teeny tiny neglect. Here, you can use the other plates, Corey, because I'm not gonna make you go all the way around there. Just use the other ones.
I'm sorry. I got you walking all around now. Mama, don't listen to me.
So I say both, and the reason why, if you are not respectful to me, you are neglecting me. How about that? Okay, because you're neglecting my feelings.
See, she finding loopholes. I'm trying to answer the question the right way.
I know. Do you guys agree?
She out here finding loopholes.
Okay, get that pasta going so I can.
All right, I'm heading up.
And then I need the cheese.
Which one? Parmesan? Or
The mozzarella and the Parmesan.
both.
Matter of fact, I don't even have to do that. I'll just, because I have to melt the cheese anyway.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So just get it on the plate. Let's just put some pasta on the plate.
And go from there.
Yeah.
All right. That's like a plan.
And then just put it in the microwave that way.
All right.
But that's how I feel about it, for real. I know y'all little fingers tied and stuff like that, so I'm not going to make you work. At the end of the day, I'm just going to stick my head out there and say, it's been real. It's been real. It really is. In the famous words or the song, okay, I am so, like I said, you guys, if you never saw the Carol Burnett show, the best part of it to me was the end. And it was good, the whole show. But her song she was singing, I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say, and I ain't saying so long yet because we ain't know England's best eggs, but it's been real. It sure has. Them 45 years. And y'all come on over because we're going to have us a good time tomorrow because it's going to be party for the 45 and combining Memorial Day. Okay, so yeah. It's going to be fun. Somebody go get my Grillmaster because I'm going to feed him now. Okay, let me just I need a ladle.
Okay, good.
I need a ladle. Let's see. And we want to dry some of this up.
What the extra? What?
A little bit of condensation because you don't want condensation in your pasta, guys, because it will make your sauce runny. So always make sure that your pasta is dry. Okay, so
now let me show you guys my delicious ooey gooey pull bread, cheesy bread. Oh, Auntie Pam agrees disrespect.
Okay, because she's trying to make you happy.
Look at that. Doesn't that look yummy, y'all? This is our delicious cheesy bread. Happy 43rd anniversary, bro and sis.
This is 45.
45. Do yeah, Auntie Popo. She said you both don't do too much now.
I'm not. I'm gonna do right in that. I'm gonna do my sleeping. Y'all know I'm lying. Y'all know I'm gonna go right in front of that computer. Taste that again. Make sure it is got no salt before I put it on here. Huh? Okay. Okay, don't be so vigorous. If they go flopping out.
I'm trying to make sure everything is mixed all delicious. I gotta make sure all those flavors are marinated before I taste it. I'm saying, gotta make sure I get all the flavors.
Mm-hmm. Enough salt, all that.
Yeah.
Not tangy.
No.
Okay, good. Okay.
Delicious.
Now, see, I gotta send your niece upstairs to go get the brother because the brother is in a coma.
He is not.
Okay, and the brother is not missing this.
You better go ahead and
Nope.
I'll eat it for you.
Nope, he's not gonna miss this. I'm just drying out this ladle. I don't want any excess fluid anywhere. Okay. I'm gonna make sure everything is nice and dry. Okay, and I will do you first, Corey. Okay, I don't know which one she did for you. Okay.
Something wrong with not too much.
Oh, you don't want much?
Not
Okay.
that hungry.
Okay, thank you for all of you, all my efforts.
I mean, I do appreciate it nonetheless.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn this off, y'all. Is that too much?
No, that's perfect.
They give you a little more sauce. Let me get the cheese on there. Okay, where's the cheese? Cheese in the refrigerator. Okay, let's get it out. Okay, I'm just getting the cheese, guys. So I have two different types. And then you can come around, Corey, and stick this in the microwave so you can melt it because your arms are long. Okay, and I'm gonna get the cheese on here. So I have two types. I have whole milk mozzarella and some Parmesan shredded. I'm gonna get that on there. Okay. Parmesan. And you can do one or the other or both if you want. Whatever floats your boat. Or none if you just don't want cheese.
There are those that are the lactose intolerant.
Mm-hmm. But eat it anyway. All right, stick that in the nuker.
All right.
I'll do the next one. I'm waiting for them to come down so I don't, make these plates and then it gets cold. And when his comes out, I'll let you see. Okay, no, you are all about to say, no, you are not getting that off of you. I was like, wait a minute. Like, wait a minute. Oh, that smells good. You can just let, because that pasta was cold, so you can just let that just heat. It'll be fine. Let's let it melt. Yeah, and when you're going to just pour it just over it, leave your pasta hot, please. Because, yeah. I know, Teresa. It's like 45 years. That's older than you. It needs to melt some more. Unless you won't be able to pull it. 45 years is older than you. You're only 26, so you weren't even around. We've been together longer than you've been around. You weren't even born yet. Is it melted? I can't tell. Let's see. Because you want to be able to pull your cheese. Okay, now let me give you a cute little garnish over here, just like that. How cute is that? Now show the world.
Look at that. Look at that. That deserves some love. Y'all need to be throwing some hearts up there.
Let's get some hearts.
Let's get some love from that. Yes, please. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. That is a fantastic plate. That is picture perfect right here.
Okay.
Right.
Beautiful assistant, get this one in the microwave.
Yep.
Okay.
I can put that in there.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, get the cheese on there. And that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'll take the cheese over here. I gotta keep coming back and forth. Okay.
That's good, right? Look at that. Beautiful. You are gonna love it. About to be a bomb. It's about to be a knockout 5,000.
One more look. You guys gotta take a screenshot of that. All right.
Is your beautiful assistant?
Okay.
Ooh, look at the cheese pull. Look at that.
That one right there.
Oh, yeah.
Grillmaster?
Yeah.
All right. It's coming right now. It's about to get my clip right there. Oh, you can't forget your little cheese stick.
Nope, not yet.
Oh.
You want to put
At
that
the
in?
top of it. Yeah. No, I'm saying no, don't forget it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let me get your plate so I can get one. And could you check on the microwave?
Chef
for me?
kiss. Now, check this microwave real quick.
Please, thank
This
you.
looks good.
That cheesy bread though. Woo, that stretch.
Now, let me tell you, it has it's an excellent taste right here. It is, there's a little bit of heat without it being too overpowering. Has a tad bit of sweetness to it, which is, it settles on your tongue very nicely. The cheese pull is amazing. Like, I don't know if you guys saw that. Oof. And it's just amazing to the palate. Like, I mean, like, you're going to enjoy this. I would say make this.
And you just gave him his plate and you didn't even let them see it.
I'm sorry.
I'm still so eager to eat this food.
I've been craving this stuff since you started cooking. All them smells and stuff.
Okay, I didn't even hear what Corey said, y'all.
He said a lot. He said a lot.
No, I mentioned how the sauce is nice and balanced. It's not too tangy. It has a little bit of heat to it. A little bit of sweetness. It's not overpowering.
Okay.
It's actually balanced very well. It's delicious.
What you say? You're absolutely right, and I'm still single. Cause you're 26, sis. That's why.
So you got plenty of time.
You too young. You a youngin'. So what do you think, honey? This is like your anniversary pre-dinner.
Love you. Love you for 43 years.
Okay, wrong 5.
45.
It flew by so fast.
46, 47, 48, 49.
Uh-huh,
Oh,
yeah.
baby, it's delicious. I'm sorry.
But you know what they say?
Turn.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Tell him, right?
Oh, God.
Said 40 something.
Yeah, that's why I just do ish, because after when it get to be these many years, child, you forget.
Who count?
Who counting?
Who count?
That's yours. Mine's so small.
Thank you, honey. This is definitely.
So what do you think? Tell me what you think of it.
Let's get some commentary.
How does it taste? Here, get some of this nice basil garnish on yours. Because this basil smells amazing.
It does. I love the smell of basil. And the taste of it.
Let me give you a little garnish there.
Hey, it's so fragrant.
It really smells good. It does. Okay, now put it all up in their face so they can see.
Let me put my cheese bread on.
She's gonna put a cheese bread on.
Darling, this is delicious, baby.
You like it?
Oh,
I don't think you expected anything else.
He likes his pre-anniversary dinner.
He likes it. Look at this
What?
plate. Look at this plate.
Is there anything that I don't like?
No, but
I do. That's delicious.
Do you see the plate? What are y'all doing? Y'all need to get over here and make this plate. Y'all need to make this food.
yeah,
Stop
that
playing.
right there is in the famous words of my co-worker. That's a stomach.
That's a scrumblicious.
But I keep telling y'all this every single week, and y'all be
playing.
doubting the process.
Y'all playing. Y'all must not want no delicious food tonight. Just saying.
Hey, I didn't get any bread.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
I'm putting my garnish on, guys, so I can be cute too.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Yeah.
I'm putting my garnish on.
Yum.
It is delicious, baby. Thank you.
Yummer. I can't wait. I've been smelling all these smells. I'm just like,
All right.
woo.
Yeah, I know you're tired. I'm gonna let you go back to your cave.
But first, full belly.
Exactly.
Full belly. Look at this
I mean,
cheese
everybody-
pull, y'all.
Thank
Come
God.
on.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Look at this cheese. I'm sorry. This cheese, though. Look at this cheese. Look at this. Come on.
Okay, are we gonna taste
I'm
it?
going to taste it. I'm sorry. I'm playing.
I hope that she showed you the plate before she mixed it all up.
I did.
And she didn't want me to mix it.
I ain't say that. Anyway.
You did say that
Yes.
it would make more sense to pour it over
Uh-huh.
the
Okay, whatever, man. Come on.
I like these
Mm.
blues that
Mm.
you tried.
Yeah, they're called melty rigatoni.
I'm making a mess. Oh my God.
Can they call it what, baby?
Mezzi rigatoni gets a little shorter than regular rigatoni.
Oh my God. Ugh. It's so refreshing. Thank you. That was very nice. It's so refreshing. You taste all of the seasonings and flavors from the different sausages that you have in there. Oh, plus that hard part. I didn't even get one of my little round sausages. I got to take a secondary taste. Mm. Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
It's so good. It's like you have all these different varieties of sausages. So you got all these different delicious flavors just dancing around in the plate with all these delicious seasonings in the sauce. And then you got all these vegetables. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Girl.
Y'all need to get this. Come
Okay,
on. I'm
so
sorry.
while
Let me
the grill master is here, do your little bread because I'm gonna close with this. Okay, Girl.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm sorry, it's so good. Look at the cheese pull, man. Cheese pull is fire.
That's the secret side, y'all.
Oh my god. I can't even describe the buttery gooiness, cheese just flowing all over the place. The sauce is not tangy, too tangy. It has a nice balance of sweet. It has a slight bit of tanginess from the tomato. You actually could taste the fire roasted tomatoes in it.
Mm-hmm.
All of those flavors just really work really well together and marry each other really good. And all of these flavors just kind of dance around in your mouth and just make you feel so happy. You need to make this. Even if you're not in a relationship or anything, make yourself happy and make this plate.
Right.
Yeah. Now this can be a family meal. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all see this. I'm gonna move my table. Move it on over and move this out the way. Okay. It has enough heat, but just okay. So if we can let that focus. Okay, you'll give it a second. Okay, I guess that's as much of focus as gonna give me. Okay, but there you go. Okay, so I'm gonna taste this. I'm gonna try to get you a cheese pull. See what happens. Okay, there you go. Okay, there you go. See, we're gonna get all that. We're gonna get all that up in here, all that up in there in your face. Then I'm gonna take some. That's delicious. Look at this. Let me see this bread. So let's see the bread. That's really this is so good.
It's delicious. Everything's delicious.
I made this for him. Oh, but it's all me.
Thank you, darling. This I couldn't ask for no more. This is it.
This is so good.
And the sausage is so tender.
The sausage is delicious. You can use beef, but this sausage is good. So I'm gonna ask the Grillmaster this question since he's here. Okay, 45 years, Grillmaster.
Yes, my darling.
Would you do it? Okay, yeah, and counting. Would you choose me again?
Every time. Every time.
Y'all know I'm threatening him over here. So Grillmaster says he would choose me again,
Every time.
and I will choose him again, and we choose each other again. And that's what I got to say about it. But I'm gonna tell y'all like this: whether you are trying to cultivate a relationship, get a new one, embark on a relationship with yourself, have the longevity you want. You can have whatever you want as long as you put your mind to it. And I hope that everybody out there finds their rhythm and they dance.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We don't do a whole lot of dancing, but we sure got a lot of rhythm. That's for sure.
That's right.
Okay. So trust and believe. We're still standing. I want you guys to come on over to Weekend Eats tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. where we're really going to be turning it up because it's going to be Memorial Day celebration and our actual anniversary. Yes, so we may have some special people here. Who knows who will pop in? You know how it is on Saturday. In any case, I'm about to be out so I can finish this delicious meal and possibly get some sleep. Do you believe that? Y'all know I'm lying. Y'all know I'm getting in front of that computer. But I'm going to see y'all next week. And have a great holiday. Bye-bye.